Hello, everyone. This is Joseph Lucier here for our Tongren session. Let me know if you all can hear me correctly. Each week we work with the Tongren Distance healing therapy to give people all over the planet a healing session. We use a couple of simple tools which are not the way the process works. They are a tool to use our mind to focus. As we say, we could connect through the collective unconscious, through the oneness of humanity and compassion. That's it in a nutshell. So we will also take a look at all of our requests. And we will begin. So let's start our 3-part process. And get this going for everyone. And we are ready to go. So our first request is for colon cancer, liver cancer, metastases. And you have your request at anusarwellness.com. And you can put in your requests anywhere you like. Yep, whoops, there we go. Computers are giving me a little bit of a difficult time. So when you watch the recording, you just take a moment and begin. Blood flow to the brain. So a couple of new people here on Instagram. Don't recognize your names, but I'm sure I know you or have met you. So we do our 3-part process, which is good for everyone. Blood flow to the brain. Brain command point. So we like to initialize everything. And we have a good, important first question. How many screens am I monitoring? Only 3 that I know of. Of course, Big Brother may have a few that I'm not counting, but only 3 that I'm aware of. So our first part of the process, because if you think of it even from a Taoist perspective, you have Wu Ji, which is the beginning of all things, no pluralistic yin and yang. So from here we work on the 0 point of the brain, and then the yin and the yang of the body, the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. But initialized like a reboot for everyone. Command points of the brain and command points of the brain stem. So we see Terry and Jen with my favorite word, yoga. And we will get our requests for everyone. We can start this right away. A relaxed mind. GB13 right side. And then our main focus, where we find most of our blockages, blood flow and nerve flow is the main way we do it. We actually have our Tongren Masterclass. If anybody has had any Tongren training, you can jump into our Masterclass, or if you want to join, you can also take the basic online and then join us on the 25th. We've got some people from all over the world already. Relaxed mind, GB13, right side, that's our classic point. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, anti-inflammation for neck and shoulder. Shoulder release point. And if you want, while we're doing the session, you can close your eyes and follow the path with your own mind, which will bring increased circulation and healing on your own, kind of like a double treatment. So we have a shoulder release point. So everybody should just relax. Breathe through the nose. 20% more oxygen when you breathe through the nose. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. So let's work a little bit more on the injured neck and left shoulder. And clarity, so that would be C1, C2, GB13 left side and right side. So everybody can hear me okay, I'm presuming? I rebooted my computer, which means sometimes it turns off the sound, it does all kinds of weird stuff. And let me just go to the end to see if anybody's saying, you can't hear me. And worldly chatter, a general overall tune-up, coming right up. AV, okay, great, thanks for getting that. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. T11, T12, L4, L5 for the microbiome. Lumbar 1 to 5. And Catherine, I did get your request. You mentioned also about weight, nanoparticles as well, some side effects that are occurring. So we're talking about Intrigued Settler. Happy Mama, you're next, for sure. So I just want to make sure that we are looking at the current my clone seems to have logged in to harness our wellness page. So, Pondering Companion, Happy Mama, if somebody could just chime in at the bottom of the chat on the website page, because I think we're looking at the old requests. Let me make sure I get this right. Because I noticed myself Yep, I just want to refresh the web page, make sure it is correct. So let's go right to Terry. Weight loss, neck, and hormone balance. Blood flow, nerve flow. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Again, the command points for the brain stem. And are we getting people on the website? These look like old requests. Food allergy, overactive mast cells, histamine. Absolutely. Well, I'll just go through them all anyway. Mostly the same people. So for the neck, the shoulder release point. Two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. And weight loss for a few people, so that is metabolism. A good way to improve weight loss, believe it or not, is to add in nutrient deficient foods, because a lot of times weight loss is weight retention in the lack of nutrient and especially trace mineral availability in the body, and the body will hold on to weight, presuming it may not be able to get enough of its nutrients if it does not hold on to the food that it's taking in order to get enough nutrients to survive. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. So are you here, Ferris? Intrigued settler? Okay, so there are people here. And Happy Mama, you are next. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, anti-inflammation. T11, T12 for digestion, absorption, and elimination, and the microbiome. Okay. Oh, we're good. L1 to L5, adrenals, kidneys. Good AV and audio. And there we go. So the vagus nerve, the relaxation response. Okay, I think I figured it out. So we do have some people that have requests. 7 days ago, we didn't clear the requests. Okay, now I'm on track. So let's work on perfect blood for a few people. For perfect blood, leukemia, myeloma, ITP. Command point to the brain. Command point to the brain stem. So we'll do a 3-part process for blood, perfect blood. One is the bone marrow, red one C6, C7, T1. Castor oil wraps, cough improving castor oil wraps are brilliant. Hello, Judy from Nevada. We're catching up now. T7, the spleen, also for blood backup. Did you know that if you hold your breath, inhale, exhale, hold, count to 10, and do that 5 times, there will be a burst of the reserve oxygenated cells from your spleen. Athletes do it as a trick to boost oxygen in the body. Lumbar 1 to 5. Special points for the bone marrow and the bones. GB39, special Chinese point. And we do have one more area to work on hormone balancing for everyone, which is also important for the bones. But let's do craniosacral therapy for the bones and the immune system. Sphenoid bone to the tailbone 1, 2, 3, and 4. And cautious settler. If you look up the relaxation device, it's also good for helping to stabilize AFib. Depends upon the person and the condition. Always consult your doctor, of course. But it's consciousbreathing.com. Hormone balancing for my yoga friend, GB39, GB20 rather, and 22, hypothalamus and pituitary, adrenals, L2, and L3, also for hormone balancing. And grounding. Okay. So, Allison and Coco come down to the rainforest, absolutely. Allison, you're giving me a phone call. I'm not sure why you would need to do that. Maybe there's some issue. You can type it into the chat or something like that. I will get to that, or I will call you when we're done. Phone calls turn off Instagram. We have to start Instagram again. There we go. Sorry if you got cut off. So, painful right breast, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Especially T4. So, blood flow, nerve flow. T4 for the nerve flow, and memory arteries right around lung 1, lung 2 for the blood flow. Painful right breast, 6 to 9. Definitely castrol packs directly on the area or in the belly, because sounds like a lymph congestion area. Castrol packs are a good way to go. Right under the armpit, right breast area. Qigong and other things are really good for that. Okay, everybody's back. Great. Thank you very much for Instagram crew. Seems to be a delay. The audio is 1 second behind the visual. Tap, tap. Maybe that helps. Oh, you're using the casserole packs. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. So let's use the ouch point for the lungs. For Coco. Lung 1, lung 2, T3. Right side of the neck and shoulders, shoulder release point for Allison and Coco. Upper back for Coco, T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. So let's work on the microbiome in the gut for Coco, who threw up today. Taking clay, Epsom salt baths, and doing castor oil pack perhaps. Yep, good. That's great. And grounding. Liver 3 and kidney 1. Again, CV17 also for the lungs for Allison and Coco. Lung 1, lung 2, CV17. A great triple set of points for the lungs and for breathing. So, Catherine, for the eyes, weight, nanoparticles, flow to the brain. Clay will attract to nanoparticles. Blood flow to the brain. And Judy, we see your requests. Excuse me, that didn't look good. How old is Coco? Allison. Is he 12? Yep, timid specimen. I got rid of last week's class now. I'm back into today's stuff. It wasn't cleared out. But we're on track now. MS. So for the eyes, blood flow to the eyes, sky window. I haven't started yet, but I have my tea, basically eye bright tea with high test cayenne pepper, which I will be getting a eye wash cup soon and going for it. Tell you how that all goes. Eyes also for blood supply to optic nerves, so GV17, GV23 for the optic nerve, ouch point for the eyes for Catherine and Ferris's mom. But I think Coco was about 12, if I recall. So ouch point for the eyes for everyone, C3 for the eyes, facial artery for the eyes, vertebral artery for the eyes, and the liver for the eyes, which are connected, T9 right side. C1 to C7, cervical spine completely for Ferris. C3 and C4 for the eyes. I wonder if the delay will be helped if I speak more slowly. Lumbar 1 to 5, bladder 54 for the kidneys, and again the ouch point for the eyes. And MS 572, working now. MS 572, I know who that is. We're talking about platelets. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. So let's do a blood flow to the brain, one more round. We're going to do right now, it says here, Peter, drink water. Blood flow to the brain. And MS 572. I got you some tea as a gift. It's called Abdo Men's. Like abdomen? Abdomens. It's a special tea with a lot of peppermint, but some other good stuff that hopefully will help. Command points of the brain stem. And Judy from Nevada, stage 4 ovarian cancer. Definitely a castrol pack on the belly in that area. And alternate with the liver, spleen, belly, liver, spleen, belly as well. Castor oil packs and then clay baths. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Food allergies, overactive mast cells, and too much histamine. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, and GV20, pituitary. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Also work with Esther and Jay. And let's all pray for someone I'm tapping for, a young child recently born, still in the hospital in a coma, and suffering from some infections, hoping to get the child out of the coma and home soon in New York. So let's also hope for the best for that child as well. So the spleen, liver, pancreas, peritoneum. So blood flow, T7, nerve flow, T7, T9, T8, T9, T7, 8, 9 for Judy. So there are certain things you can do for preventing and arresting metastases. One is a special formulation from a book who wrote a book called Victory Over Cancer. He's got it figured out in terms of preventing metastases. Light therapies, infrared light is also anti-metastases. Heat therapy, of course, is anti-cancer. So T7 blood flow and L3 for the ovaries area. So also peritoneum and the lungs. So let's work on T3, lung 1, and lung 2. For anyone interested in the Masterclass, the Tongren training coming up on the 25th, a couple of weeks. Gonna have a great crowd of people. And Erica will be working with you next. And Lisa, nope, less AZ. Got it. Blood flow to the brain. Brain command points. Brain stem command points. So let's start to work on the blood pressure. Good things for blood pressure, chrysanthemum tea, beet juice, breathing techniques. They increase nitric oxide, which increases vasodilation and bronchodilation. Breathwork training. I've just completed a certification for breathwork coach through an international organization for breathing techniques for everyone. Two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. That's also good for the nanoparticles and the weight loss. GB20 metabolism. So to calm everything down, longer exhales and inhales. So also for Erica, so to calm things down, let's go right to that. We're going to do the vagus nerve, the gut-brain axis, GB12, CV12. Calm everything down. So did we get an age for Coco? Let's see if we did. Coco is coming to life, running around the room like a happy puppy. Yay, Coco is doing great. And yeah, let's see if you're, looks like at least 13 years old for Coco. There we go. Okay, so anyway, blood flow to the brain. Endurance for less, so that would be the endocrine system, the metabolism. That would be the mitochondrial system. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, all inflammation, all histamine, all allergies, all cancers. So for the cancer, we'll also add in a layer of oxygen protocol, phrenic nerve, diaphragm, indirectly manages oxygenation, more oxygen, less inflammation, less cancer. Phrenic nerve, CD17, so Coco is 13 to 14 years old, it sounds like. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, general tune-up. And for peaceful one, let's see if anybody else is here. Chris is on Facebook. Yep, praying for that child. Chris B. Cancer is on Facebook as we speak. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, the oxygen system. And grounding liver 3 and kidney 1. So let's begin one more round. Blood flow to the brain. Left abdominal pain. Also include MS572. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Believe it or not, drinking a lot of water can help reduce an ulcer, but aloe vera, I think, would be your best bet. Medical grade, whole leaf, organic raw aloe vera is the best medicine for indigestion or ulcer, healing the gut. That's one of its superpowers. T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. So is there anybody here that might be interested in the Tongren training? Let me know. So for peaceful one, abdominal pain, T789. And the abdominal area for MS, 572, and peaceful one, CV4. So peaceful one for constipation. There is actually a really good remedy developed by Tesla, 1895, which I use for 1 week programs for people. But it floods the body with oxygen, melts the mucoid plaque. It is basically a cure for constipation. Stomach, pancreas, and spleen. Let's do it. T7, 8, 9, 10. Indigestion, T11, T12, L4, L5. And Erica, yep, we won't miss you. Edema, kidneys, and liver. So So T7 blood flow, L1, L2 for the kidneys, and T9. So T7, 8, 9 for edema and the liver, L1, L2 for the kidneys. And also peaceful 1, right kidney as well. L1 and L2. So how's everybody doing so far? 2 hours to go and we'll be all set. Right kidney tumor or cancer, definitely castor oil packs on the kidney area, kidney and liver area. Clay poultices, clay baths, all those things. My video on my StreamYard keeps flashing in and out. Hopefully everybody's still with me. Tap for healthy gums and teeth as well. They have these great probiotic gummies you can swish in your mouth to improve your gums and teeth. Healthy bones, we'll work on that. So uterine fibroids definitely can be helped by castor oil packs. And we don't want to miss right tooth infection, so T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. So peaceful 1, let me know. We can definitely remedy the constipation. When you have constipation, it pushes on all the nerves. Might even give you a little bit of neuropathy in your legs and your feet. Blood pressure, GV17. C3, 4, and 5 for the right side for right tooth infections. So everybody doing okay? Still with me? And Esther, thank you for chiming in. You're on my list automatically. So let's work on the ouch point for the teeth. And the constipation, we will work from Tongren, lumbosacral plexus. Yeah, I'm not sure the name. It's something like Prodentem, the probiotic gummies for the mouth. I'll have to look it up again. It's got a difficult name for me to remember. I think it's called Prodentem. And heart and kidneys for peaceful 1. T5, lumbar 1 and 2. Bladder 54, also for the kidneys. And grounding to liver 3. Kidney 1. So we're getting there. So next we have Esther. So blood flow to the brain. Brain command points. Pat Bowen, aortic stenosis, AFib, kidney disease, diverticulitis, diverticulosis. Happy to help, cautious settler. Blood flow to the brain. Brain command points. So for TBIs, free blood flow support for the brain for TBIs, carotid artery, vertebral artery, and occipital artery. Yep, and Esther, I have something I'll send to you. Give me your text, and I will give you the names. You can check on them first. T123478, psoriatic arthritis, joints and skin. Then for the bladder, T7 right side, sacrum 1 to 5, both sides. And yes, I saw 2 out of the 3 of the trifecta for Masterpiece Theater. Seems it's going to be a short season. That's what's really a drag. T123478, diverticulitis, especially T11, T12, L4, L5. Definitely aloe vera juice to fix the gut. T7 for the aorta. Rhythmic slow breathing techniques for AFib as well. Triangle breath, box breath, longer exhales. The relaxator would be a good option for you. Kidney, lung 2. I'm sorry, L1 and L2. There it is, Prodentum. For the microbiome of your teeth, Prodentum. And our resident shopping expert has found it $29 for a bottle, $59 on Amazon. So how's everybody doing? Cover everything. Esther, Catherine, cautious settler, L1, L2 for the kidneys, bladder 54 also for the kidneys. Plant-based foods and nutrition can help you a lot with all of that. The diverticulosis, diverticulitis, especially they say glutamine is one option, and of course aloe vera, my first choice. Pondering Traveler, we'll tap for detox. Headaches, same thing, same correlation there. They impact each other. So T1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 for detox, but especially T1 for the bones, T4 for the skin. GB20 is the classic point for headaches. Works great even for migraines. Muscle spasms, entire back. Spray on magnesium oil, magnesium chloride oil. That will take care of all those spasms on your back, hips, and foot and feet. So there is a lot of detox going on. So it looks like some kind of chemical exposure. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. So detox, the liver, T9. Clay baths. Clay baths will help to detox and get that all back into track. So magnesium spray on the spasms, castor oil packs on the belly, and clay baths to help to balance all of that out. Those 3 things will make a massive difference for you. All of you too, if you ever want to just jump on a 15-minute, as they call it, discovery call, and we can discuss these things. I'm sure it's unbearable, so severe burning and tearing eyes. Definitely a toxic overload going on there for pondering travel. Let me know your thoughts. Let's work on the eyes. C3, ouch point, pain, D1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Check your B12 level with all the nerves. Overaction, sounds like low B12. So those would be 4 things, pondering travel. I hope you're still listening. Castor oil packs, clay, magnesium oil for the spasms, and vitamin B12. Those 4 things will help tremendously for you. Number 1 to 5, detox as well. The condition is of unknown etiology, most likely toxic exposure, nutrient deficiency. I would definitely do heavy metal testing, get your inflammation markers, and parasite testing. You got to rule everything out. If they say it's unknown, that means they just don't know. They can figure it out if they do more testing, more detail. I have a naturopath that may be able to help you as well. My naturopath, I recommend. She's from New York, but she can talk to you as well. Dr. Sparks from Connecticut, brilliant naturopath, graduate of Bastyr. Blood flow to the feet and nerve flow to the feet to get rid of the severe burning. Liver 3 and kidney 1. And in about a half an hour from now, we have a group of people that are doing a clay detox program, 2-week program. We have a bunch of people from New York. If anybody's ever interested in joining those, please let me know. 2 weeks clay detox program. And we also have Curious Citizen hair loss. Do we know why there's a hair loss? If it's a nutrient deficiency, things like Herschel Wu herbs, but especially iodine, sea vegetables, which can also impact your bone strength. Blood flow to the brain. Remember, magnesium, calcium, potassium, vitamin D, 4 things you need for bone strength. Let's work on the bones. T1 for the bones. How's everybody doing? You still with me? 5 more minutes. Let's work on growth hormone. for Brendan's hair loss. For bone strength, the best product recommendation I have is a product called Grow Bone by a certain company. I forget the name. Garden of Life, I think it is. They almost guarantee to increase bone density and strength. And usually to that I add some T1234778 growth hormone for the hair loss, T1 for the bone and bone strength, microbiome for everyone. And I want to review this feedback. I do castor oil packs, magnesium oil and B12, not any relief. I have severe MCS, which is multiple chemical sensitivities, and biotoxin mold. So one thing you can do is go directly for the mold. There's a company called Global Healing. They have something called Mycozil, which is specifically for mold, mycotoxins. So that would be a good start. Along with another product they have called oxy powder. So that will fix the gut, and then it will remove the mold and allow the mold to leave the body. And violet lower back. Again, GV20 for the hair loss, growth hormones, blood flow, nerve flow for the back, vertebral artery to the spinal artery, and T7 and T12 for the lower back, and lumbar 1 to 5. Yeah, pondering travel, definitely I would talk to my naturopath, but I would go right directly for the Mycozil, mycotoxin remediation. And if you're living with it, there are devices you can use, which you can even put in your room, which will neutralize the mold. You can plug it in and put it in your room, especially when you sleep, so you don't keep recycling all that stuff. And vagus nerve. Yes, for the mold, there are specific devices you can use to basically, they cover certain areas. They will remove the mold impact. The other thing you can do in each room, I used it during COVID, and it can be used for everything. You use a UV lights, sanitizers. Put it in your room, all the rooms you're using. Put it even in the room where they have mold. Get rid of the mold if you can. Those are a couple of options for the mold. But Mycozil, MYCOZIL, from globalhealing.com. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. Thank you everyone for joining us. If you're interested in any of our trainings, because my goal is to give away everything to everyone so they can be empowered by themselves to learn to take charge, be your own healer, which is one of them, and clay detox programs. Clay is one of your best options. Drinking it, and clay baths. I don't see clay baths in your list. Clay baths would be one of the best options you can do. So we'll do a little bit of Qigong, and we'll be happy to let everybody go home on time. email me, any of you. For any further questions or explanations. Or we can jump on a 15-minute discovery call or full hour of Tongren or nutrition consult or even breath training, which I need to do now for people. Thank you very much. Blessings to all of you in our community. Special call out for the people with the challenges of stage 4 cancers, bone issues, hair loss. Everybody here is important. Everybody needs our attention, allergies, and that young child in the hospital in New York that is now in a coma, recently born, but now I think it was a self-induced coma. I mean, a machine-induced coma, I should say. Thank you. Season finales. So we got a message here about season finales. What happened? That's the shortest season ever. Why can't it be like baseball? 150 games. I don't know what to say. Seems the weather is interfering with so many things. We're having a tough time. For people on Instagram, if you can't get in, I see a delay, so there is some kind of connectivity issues. I've been having them all day myself. Blessings to all of you. Be kind to one another. Enjoy the day. Look on the other side of suffering if you can. Our prayers are with all of you. Thank you very much. Have a good night.